We're going up, up, up. This is our moment.
Donald.
You know, together we're glowing. It's gonna
I'm going to
be,
Netflix
gonna be
Compound
golden.
tonight to do the sing along. I'm so
Are you
freaking
going?
excited. Oh yeah.
What
yeah,
is it?
I'll
That
be there.
shit is fire.
What are
It's
you
so
talking
good.
about?
K-pop
not the
Demon
Demon
Hunters.
Hunters thing.
Hunter.
Oh, K-pop. I've heard of this.
Oh,
Why?
my
Donald's talking about it.
goodness
Why?
Fantastic.
Donald,
gracious.
is it for children? Why are you watching this?
It's for children, but the music is 225% fire.
So good.
You love it.
So good. They got real K-pop
Dude,
producers to write all the
Preaching
songs
to the
for
choir.
movie.
Can I get the mic a little higher?
Wait, Joelle,
That
you're
shit
into
is
this as
fire.
well?
Hell
Joelle,
yeah.
you love
Hell
it.
yeah.
I
It's
can
so
be
good.
your idol.
She's a K-pop demon queen. You know, it's
K-pop
like,
demon hunter
it's
is-
like breaking.
I don't even know the story. And
It's like
I'm
breaking-
intrigued.
It's breaking all these Netflix records.
That's what I hear as well.
Yeah, but there's like so much story behind all of this. Like there's like it goes deeper than this. Was this a comic book? What was this? Because you could
This
tell
is
that
original.
two of the demon hunters have brothers who are demons. Like, and then we're not gonna find out until part 2. Like it's all clear and like this shit is fire. Preaching to the
Sony
choir.
Animation has really been
Can I
on fire.
like a little?
You know, they
Oh
did
my
the
gosh.
Spider-Man
So
Into the
this is-
Spider-Verse movies, which really hit, and then they did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which also hit, and now this is their latest. It was going to be a theatrical run, but Netflix picked it up, and yeah, it's so much fun. It is a kids movie, but it's also for kids at heart. It's entertaining as hell. It deals with like generational
It's like
trauma.
She's right. It's like Star Wars. It's made for 12-year-olds, but freaking adults are gonna love it.
This is why
Your
Donald
kids
and I
love
love
it,
it.
Donald?
Are you kidding me? My daughter's the one that turned me on to this. My daughter's the one that my daughter's the plug. My daughter's the plug. Holy
It's so
Wow.
shit.
funny. It's so funny how the shit I try and get Donald to watch, and then what he actually watches.
Yeah, but you try to get me to watch boring shit, man. Like
You know, we just don't have the same taste. The other day we were talking about a movie, and I said, "Well,
I tried to get him to watch Superman. He was like, here's
here's
not my
the thing.
cup of tea.
Here's the thing. You know what I was thinking? Because I knew we were going to talk about this. It's like, you remember how back in the day in the box of ice cream, there would be vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry?
Yes.
Sure.
I would never touch the strawberry. Now, strawberry is very popular and people love strawberry. But for me, I would never go near the strawberry. This shit would be empty and there'd be a sliver of strawberry. And I was thinking that while I was watching Superman, I was like, this is obviously beautifully made and well made, and everyone in it is talented, and obviously it's a major success and fucking happy for everybody. But it's just the strawberry for me. I'm just not into it. I was watching it because Donald loved it so much, and I texted him like, do I have the right Superman?
Right. Look,
And
I'll
then he
say
said,
something.
and then he said,
Yeah,
he said,
no,
I
he
love it
hates
so
it.
much.
Joel,
And then I said,
Joel,
you know what I wrote
he
back?
hates it.
Wait, that's what I wrote. I go, we'll always have La La Land.
Joel, he hates it. Joel, he hates
Oh,
it.
man.
Now I'm
Oh,
scared.
no.
Now I wanted
Hates
to
it.
get him to watch Fantastic Four. I don't think
No,
that's
I'll
gonna
try that
happen.
one. I'll try
Don't
them
do
all.
that, Donald.
I'll try them all.
Don't do that one. Don't do
Joel, did you
I don't
like
wanna hear him
Fantastic Four.
say-
Did you like the new
You
Superman?
didn't like Fantastic Four?
I loved Superman. Loved it. Saw it 3
Okay.
times in theaters. Talked to James Gunn.
Wow.
I interviewed the whole cast. It was amazing, and everyone's really sweet. And I think the movie is beautiful and fun. And the stuff he does with flight, does that not interest you at all? I thought he was doing some interesting camera work with the flight and the movement on Superman. That was kind of unique and a lot of fun.
Again,
I didn't-
everyone's talented. He's obviously brilliant. The movie's a success. It's just the strawberry for me.
I respect
gotta
that. I
get
respect
the,
the hell
like-
out of that.
You need a big screen to watch this shit, man. Because I tried to watch this
I
on
have a
my
pretty
big screen.
Yeah.
Look, even the way they shot this is made for IMAX. Because Superman is tiny in some of these shots.
I also
And
didn't
it's
know,
just-
I literally was Googling these characters again, because I don't know DC. So I was Mr. Terrific and
He pulls some
Guy
Girl,
Gardner.
Hawk Girl. And I really didn't understand who the guy that James Gunn always casts. What's it? Nathan Fillion. I didn't understand that character at all. I had to look that guy up.
You didn't understand Guy Gardner?
Why would I know a Guy Gardner if I don't follow DC Comics? I understand if you know DC, comic books, this would all be so exciting to you. But I kept having to pause and be like, wait, who is this guy? What are his powers? I didn't understand Mr. Terrific's powers at all. I had to figure that out first to follow the movie.
That's interesting.
Wow. Okay, so I like the fact that they didn't do an origin story because everybody knows how Superman got to Earth. Everybody knows what his parents, I like that there was a twist on it because everybody knows why his parents sent him to Earth. He wasn't supposed to rule planet Earth, but he was supposed to be like a god to the humans and protect them. You know what I mean? That was his mission. So I like that twist. I like the fact that there's characters in here that nobody has fucking ever heard of, except for people like me and Joel, like Mr. Terrific and fucking Hawk Girl and Guy Gardner, Green Lantern. I love that fact. I love the fact that Lex Luthor isn't just a pompous asshole. He's actually pretty smart. You know what I mean? And he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be this witty, smart guy. And a lot of these movies, they've missed that and just made him this tyrant whose only interest is to destroy Superman. The only reason why he wants to destroy Superman is because Superman's freaking stopping him from taking over the Earth. And that's the only reason why he hates this guy. And he disguises it with all of this other bullshit. But the reason why is because this is the one thing that could stop him is this fucking dude who flies around in underoos.
This fucking
I
dude.
love this. I love the way James Gunn portrayed it. I hated
He's
the
kind
way...
he's kind of like Tony Stark.
No, Lex Luthor is. Yeah. He's an evil Tony Stark. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
I
that's
didn't
a perfect way to
understand
do it.
his company. Like all these people who work for him, they're like, and then all the Hawaiian shirts on the beach. Like I just didn't get. They're down to be evil. They're just kind of like evil henchmen.
Well,
yeah, they're henchmen.
It's like imagine. Yeah, go ahead.
Let Joel talk.
I was just gonna say. I think James Gunn really leans into the comic book aspect of it, where Marvel really, the history of Marvel, they really try to be grounded as you can be with like superheroes who fly and stuff. They want to place you in a New York you're familiar with. Everything should feel sort of like tactile and connected timeline wise. He's going a different direction. He's like, I'm going to lean into the old school For example, no one ever thought Mr. Terrific could work on screen. Like people who knew Mr. Terrific and liked Mr. Terrific were like, why would you put him on screen? That's so weird. He's a weird, strange, like abject character, but he made it work for me. I was like, wow, this is a Mr. Terrific I could get behind. He's like super funny. He's like wearing the suit and it matches the comic book and somehow it doesn't feel stupid to me. It's like utterly charming. Somebody described this movie as a Saturday morning cartoon with a multi-million-dollar budget. And I think that's appropriate. It's fun and it's light. It's gorgeous. And the fight scenes look good. So it's got everything I want out of a superhero movie. And I think the emotional connect throughout that, maybe that's the real punk rock. It's a corny as hell line, but damn it got me. It touches me right here in my heart. I loved it.
I mean, there's so many other things that we could talk about with Superman. But Joel, when I said Fantastic Four, you were like, don't see Fantastic Four. So you didn't like Fantastic Four?
Listen, here's the thing. What I was saying very specifically was that if Zach didn't like Superman, he should absolutely not check out Fantastic Four. I don't think Fantastic
Did you
Four
like
has...
Fantastic Four?
I liked parts of Fantastic. There's scenes in Fantastic Four. The Silver Surfer on the volcano lava thing, fantastic. The introduction of Galactus was really cool. I think scale-wise, not consistent throughout, and that really bothers me because whether you liked Eternals or not, you can't deny the scale in that movie is spectacular. And I thought if you could nail it there, why not here? Confusing. And then two, while I thought the family dynamics were cute, they didn't drive the narrative. And that really bummed me out. I was like, this is supposed to be a family drama wrapped in a superhero movie. And that's not what we got. And so I was a little tuned out. We'll have to see what Marvel does next. Right. I'm hopeful.
Well, let's segue off of DC Comics for now, for the moment.
And Marvel Comics.
Let's segue off of comics in general. We have some news to tell you after Donald counts us in.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Stories about a show we made about a bunch of docs and nurses and a janitor who loved to hate. I said, here's the stories that you all should know. So gather around to hear our Scrubs Rewatch Show with Zach and
You know, I was thinking on my way to this recording session about the day my parents told us they were getting divorced.
Oh my gosh.
That's
I was 8 years old, and my parents did it in 2 sessions because there were the older kids and there were the younger kids. So they had sort of a matinee and an evening performance, and we were called into the.
Wait, which ones went first?
The older kids went first, and
That makes sense. Okay.
and then they took a break. I think they probably had a little intermission, and then they called me and my sister in and sat us down, crisscross applesauce on their bedroom floor, and told us they were getting divorced, and it was very sad. But ultimately, they both ended up with people that were a way better fit for themselves. So it was painful at 8. But now at 50, I'm so happy that it happened.
okay.
And
All right.
So the divorce news is just that the good news is that we, as you probably may have read in the news, it finally happened. We are going to reboot Scrubs with Donald Faison and Zach Braff.
thunderous applause.
Thunderous applause, Dan.
Sarah's coming back. Ooh.
And Sarah, everyone's coming back.
Everybody's coming back.
Everybody's coming back. Not everyone's going to be in every episode. Obviously, you have to work around everybody's schedules, but everybody's coming back. And it's so much fun, and we're so fucking excited. Thunderous
Hell yeah.
applause, Daniel.
Woo.
And I really want to thank, and Donald and I really want to thank, first and foremost, everybody that listens to the podcast, because
Hell yeah.
I think it's obviously it goes without saying, but we need to say it. The response to this podcast has certainly been one of the main reasons that we have the momentum and the interest to bring back the show.
Absolutely.
And so, to be super sincere for a moment, Donald and I really just want to thank every single person that has listened to this podcast and has stood with us and listened to us while we did the rewatch, while we've interviewed people, while so many things have happened, and we want to thank you so much for having an interest in us, 4 of us, just babbling. Donald,
It's crazy how it all started. It started from an idea, somebody talking to me at a birthday party, saying to me, it'd be cool if you did a rewatch podcast. And I was like, what the fuck is that? He was like, there's something like I'm working with these people called the Office Ladies. And it would be really cool if you could get Zach to do it, that'd be great. I called up Zach and I was like, Zach, would you do this? And usually when I call up Zach, Zach's like, what the fuck is it? I don't know. And he was like, I'm into this.
Because he's like, do you want to do a game show? Like, no,
Right.
I don't want to do a game show.
And he was like, and he literally was like, yeah, I'm into it. And
tell him about the first meeting we had that you were late to.
I was late because I was so fucking baked too. I was high out of my mind.
We went to a
hell
meeting.
yeah.
I think I may have been hungover. I think I was still drinking.
Yeah, we
And
were.
I think I was still drinking a lot at the time. And I remember my head was fucking swelling. And I remember sitting in this stranger's house just waiting for Donald, who was so late. I was like, Donald probably forgot about this meeting. And I'm sitting here small talking with this guy.
And we have the meeting.
Donald comes in reeking like cannabis sativa.
Yeah.
And
we sit down and he explains to us what the podcast thing would be. And we're like, yeah, that's great. And it didn't work out. You know what I mean? For some reason, it didn't work out. And
I think we got hip to what the kind of the office lady. I had a great talk with Jenna Fisher. I remember that. And she explained it all to me. And because she was the perfect person to talk to, and then we kind of got hip to like, what he was offering us wasn't a very good setup for us. Like it would be way better for us to, just go to iHeart directly, and we didn't need him.
And so we started talking to people, and iHeart understood it and got the got what we were, and they were like, we're gonna give you some guys to help you,
yes,
with the show.
We're gonna give you a producer, and we're gonna give you an engineer, and don't worry, they are not gonna talk at all.
Right, it's just gonna be you guys.
It's gonna be you guys. Joelle is there to facilitate the production. Daniel is there to record and provide you with the gear. And do you remember when Daniel? It was literally beginning of March 2020. Daniel came over in a hazmat suit, fully like the people in ET. At the end of ET, that's what Daniel looked like as he gave me a bag with all the gear in it.
Yep.
Daniel, do you remember that? This is where you come into the story.
Remember vividly. I remember it vividly.
I remember it.
Daniel, what were you thinking?
Answering the door and being like, just drop it off in front.
Daniel, what was your very first? Well, I guess you didn't meet Donald, but what was your first impression of me in your hazmat suit?
I mean, I was kind of caught up in how silly this all was, where I'm like literally masked up, gloved up, bringing you this equipment that I had just wiped down with a Clorox. Yeah. And, but also, trying to contain myself as such big fans of you guys that it was all right, just be chill.
I couldn't even see if you weren't being chill. I couldn't see you in your ET hazmat suit.
Exactly. Yeah, good. It contained all of the nervous shaking, but it was definitely weird. Definitely weird looking back at it 5 years later.
And then Joelle, I forgot. Did we?
We never got to meet.
Did we meet with you before or no?
So your first call to discuss what the
Joelle, you're doing
be.
NPR voice. You need to go back to fake doctors.
This is how I sound now. I've evolved.
Yeah,
you have evolved. No, but Joelle, you have your evolution is massive since we started this show.
I know.
You guys,
but we have to always remind Joelle because she's come off of another podcast where she's like, and now I'd like to talk about K-pop Demon Hunters. This is the K-pop Demon Hunters Quiet Hour.
No, okay, so I got hired February 19th, 2020. That was my first day. So I had been in the office for like 2.5 weeks. I was early bird, so I was the first person in the office every day. I was just hanging out with Jack, who's the president of the Los Angeles division. And one day I come in and he's like, hey, did you watch Scrubs? And I was like, I love Scrubs. Why? He's like, Zach and Donald are going to call in half an hour and we need someone to pitch them a show. And I was like, okay, is it like a rewatch? They're like, yeah. I was like, I do rewatches in my sleep. I was like, I made my bread and butter. Let's go. So I literally hopped on the phone like 20 minutes after that and pitched you guys the show. And we kind of just moved forward from there.
Yeah, well, I think we liked you so much. You were so charming and fun, and we were like, well, that's a no-brainer. Let's go with her.
It worked out.
And then we freaking...
and then we did our first episode. Do you remember the first episode? Like, I
remember I cut so much
Daniel,
out
be
of the
funny.
first
Actually,
episode.
Daniel, why don't you cut to our very first moments here?
Cut to the first episode?
Yeah,
okay.
here's a little clip from our... Here's a little clip from our very first time on the mics. Hello, everyone. My name is Zach Braff.
Hi, I'm Donald Faison.
And I can't believe it, but guess what, guys? We're going to do a Scrubs rewatch podcast.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. Dude, your voice changed completely all of a sudden. We were all talking normal.
I know.
And then the podcast started and you're like, hey, everyone, it is I.
I got nervous and I felt like I should sound like a radio broadcaster. But no, okay, I'm back to me.
There we go. This is pretty exciting. I'm excited about this.
I got to tell you, I'm very excited that we've been talking about this for a long time. We've been trying to figure it out. I've been teasing social media, as have you been.
Well, you've been teasing social media a little bit more than I have, but
I know because I wanted to get people titillated, Donald. I wanted to titillate the masses.
Well, let's thank iHeart Radio first of all for helping us put this all together.
We had to figure out who to do it, and we found a perfect partner with iHeart, and we want to thank them, and also we want to thank the fans across the universe because I just think it would be crazy for us not to start with saying we wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for the just incredibly loyal, amazing fan base we have around the earth. Right, Donald?
Yes, so thank you very much. All of you who watched the show and who are listening to this podcast right now, Wow, we appreciate you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, this has been so many years of love for this show, and it's funny. I'm sure, Donald, you have this experience too, where people come up to you in the street like, "I'm sure this is so annoying, but I just want to say I love the show." And I'm always like, "It's not annoying. Are you kidding me? That's like the best compliment you can give us." So,
well, it's annoying when you're eating food.
Yeah, maybe
when you're eating food and somebody comes up to you and they're like, "Sorry to bother you." You know, the first, why are you saying sorry to bother you? You're not sorry to bother me. You meant to bother me at that moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, just guys, if you're going to see Donald in public, don't do it while he's eating. Maybe just...
Or with my kids. I don't play that.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, just wait outside the restaurant for him in a dark alley. And we're back.
Crazy. And we're back. I remember when that became a thing, and we're back. We used to always do another one. Let's talk about the greatest hits. Let's go greatest hits.
Well, I before we get to that, I just want to say the obvious to everybody that we are going to stop doing the podcast for now. We don't want to say it's over forever. We want to say bye for now. Because it is going to be a little tricky for Donald and I to go all in and on making Scrubs and also be responsible and turn in podcasts regularly. You know, when you have a deal with iHeart, you obviously commit to making a certain amount of episodes for them, and they've been amazing. I want to shout out iHeart. They have been the fucking best partner. But it's not realistic for us to go make Scrubs and also be able to make tons of episodes of this show. So this is our bye for now episode. I hope there's an incarnation we can all get reunited and we'll reboot the podcast, Donald.
There you go.
That's a great idea.
But I know a lot of you have been asking like, hey, where are you guys?
Did you just think of that?
Yes, I'm very quick-witted, Donald.
Nice.
We know you guys have been saying, hey, where are you? And we've been kind of quiet because we were just trying to figure out, like, is it possible? Is that going to be doable? And it isn't fair to the fans who, if you're into a show, are listening every week. And so we're going to say bye for now. But we can keep reminiscing and talking about our greatest hits. My favorite moment, I think, was I've had so many, but one of them was the sex therapist coaching Donald and Casey on their love life. That was a greatest hit for me. Where we learned the term chormance.
Chore play. Chore
play.
Chore play.
Did you ever end up trying chore play?
I fucking hate chore play.
It's not for him.
It's not long lasting.
I respect
What
it.
about when we...
It ain't for everyone. It ain't for everyone.
We got to make sure we play all the greatest hit songs. Daniel, play here the Joelle Monique is Down to Get Down song.
Get the word out all over the town. Joelle Monique is down to get down. No matter what's between your legs, tomorrow morning you could be making an X. Joelle Monique is down to get down. Oh yeah. Joelle Monique is down to get down.
So the song people will still randomly sing to me if I'm at a convention or
It's a
something
really
and somebody
hooky song.
notices me. They're belting it. It is a fun song. It's catchy.
Wow.
It is a very hooky song, Joelle. That's when we took a brief dabble into trying to be matchmakers for Joelle.
How'd that work out? Are you guys still talking?
Yeah, Joelle, are you still in love with each other and we don't know about it?
Do you guys still talk?
No, that's why they were sweet. We talked a couple times. It was nice.
She was very nice.
She
That
It
was
was
a
very
wrap.
sweet. And Daniel, how's your life going in New York with your new setup?
It's great. Not too much has changed. Still just me, wife, and dog. But we love Brooklyn. We love New York. I miss LA a lot, but we're very happy here. So all good things.
How do you feel, Donald, right now? What's the feeling in your heart?
In my heart right now?
Yes. What do you feel? Share with us.
Well, I just feel like we have so much to talk about, and it sucks
Yes.
that we got to talk about how this is coming to an end. But I feel like there's so many other things that are going on right now that could be talked about. But
Well, you can talk about whatever you want. We don't solely have to. I just wanted to get together with you guys and say, it felt weird that we, behind the scenes, we were talking about, hey, I think we're going to stop the podcast for now. And then it felt weird to not check in with the audience and said, "Hey, we love you and thank you for all the support." I think it's very clear to Donald and I that had it not been for the reception of this podcast, and then of course the success of the T-Mobile ads that have become quite popular, that energy totally created an interest for a Scrubs reboot.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. It definitely rejuvenized our bromance too, as far as people being interested in our bromance. The fact that we got together and people got to see an inside on what it's like to be us. You look at married couples and celebrity couples and stuff like that, and you always wonder, I wonder what they're like in real life. You know what I mean? And people got to see us. People got to see, you could release the fight. Dan will release the fight.
No, don't release the fight. The only thing we didn't share with people was the fight. I think that we were very open. Donald was very open about his sex life and
my use of marijuana.
Yes, his use of marijuana, his struggles with his marriage,
all of it.
We were all very candid. We didn't censor too much, just the fight. It's funny. There's a room of Scrubs writers that are brilliant and funny people that are writing the new show, and they've been so enjoying listening to the podcast because the podcast is such a wealth of information on Donald and me, and they were like, "Hey, can we hear the fight?" And I was like, "There's like so many podcast episodes. Why do you need to hear the fight?" They're like, "Well, we kind of got into the show, and now we want to hear the fight."
They need to hear the behind the scenes. I get it. They're like, we want to hear the unfiltered stuff.
But that's the thing. That's what was so great about this, is that it also gave us an excuse to freaking talk to each other every day. And if anything, it built our relationship even stronger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I enjoy having our FaceTimes now, where we FaceTime each other. And
now we just do our own podcast where we just FaceTime each other.
You know what I mean? Like, I like that shit. Like,
That's adorable.
It's.
Tell them how I sometimes answer the phone.
So look, and I was saying this in the writers' room too. I was telling all the writers
they can't use this on ABC.
I do I want to know this?
Sometimes Zach answers the phone. Pretend the phone. This camera right here is the phone. He'll answer it like this. But he'll be flexing his fucking.
I give him the audience. The audience can't see that. I give him the point of view. I provide him with the.
He'll
I provide
right
him with
to
the
pubes.
I provide him with the. I provide him with the point of view as though he were filleting me.
Good God.
And he goes, no, stop.
Not that.
Oh my God.
They'll never use that on ABC.
And if he's in good behavior, I'll give him like top pube, like just
a little pube,
just the edge of pube.
Jesus
As a reward.
Christ.
That is wild.
As a reward for doing something funny. I hear you're back on the ganja.
Donald's back on the weed.
Are you?
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Yeah. I know. I put two and two together that you'd return to your favorite.
Why is that? Because I showed you a spaceship. I was trying to segue into stop motion animation, brother.
Well,
Classic.
Before you do that, I could just tell because you spend a lot of time, almost all your free time, awake time, stop motion animating, and I know that pairs nicely for you with ganja.
So hold on now.
And then I asked you if you were training, and you said no. And my brain went, I'll bet he's back on the ganja sauce.
So here's the deal.
Go ahead.
Right now, I am really trying to level up in stop motion animation. And when I say level up, I'm trying to get to a level where I can do what I see in my mind's eye and onto whatever it is I'm shooting using my hands, stop motion wise. And so because of that, I am consistently animating now. And and sometimes marijuana does pair well with it.
Yeah.
But my time right now is 100%. And ladies, I know it's so sexy. Holla at your boy.
Yeah.
But I spend my time in a dark room playing with toys, baby.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, baby. Making toys move. Ladies swoon.
Zach, I love you. Zach, I love you.
Yeah. I want to make sure we get all the sound effects into this episode.
Yeah,
We have to do a greatest hits. Yeah, well, go for yours, as the kids say, right, Donald? Go for yours.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's look, I really enjoy. I thought this would be something that I did when I was a kid. I thought I'd be an animator. If you ask my mom or anybody who knew me, I wasn't just into Star Wars because of the story, but I remember one year my mom asked me, what do you want for Christmas? And I said a blue screen. You know what I mean? That's what it is for me. And it's always been that. And so I have a crazy action figure toy fetish, but it's only because I dream of animating it all one day.
And I got Donald for one of his birthdays these stop motion figures of us.
Yes.
Have you moved on to using those?
I have, as a matter of fact. And that's what I'm animating right now. I'm animating one of the character that you made of me.
Me?
I showed it to you.
I would like to talk to
you about some of the things that you do. But no, sincerely.
Scandal noted.
Right, scandal noted. I made a stop motion animation with the puppet that you gave me.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just the blocking. I want to see if I could show it to you guys on this, and if it's from.
Max, make me an Alaskan polar bear. He's on a double. Come on.
Wow.
Say, why don't you pick on somebody your own disposition? Oh, please, Mr. Barroom Brawler.
Wow.
Don't hurt me or anything like that.
This looks great.
Wow.
Really does.
So good with the vowels.
Yeah, man, it looks
I mean,
really
with the
good.
mouth movement.
Yes, so smooth.
It's amazing. So, audience, for those of you who don't know and can't see this, it's amazing. It looks professional as hell of a figurine of Donald's, a puppet we made of Donald. But explain how the mouths work, because the vowels and the mouth moves flawlessly, and each time he's swapping out, it's like a magnet, right? And you're swapping out a different mouth.
Yeah. So the guy sent me puppets with magnets that you pull. The mouths are connected to magnets, and you literally pull off a jaw and put a different jaw on.
Right, but it's so flawless. How do you? I mean, explain to people that have no idea how the hell you choose which mouth and all that.
Well, you kind of recognize the shape in time. This is the easiest part of stop motion. The hardest part of stop motion is the movement and doing little movement and still being able to see it. You know what I mean? So, the weight shifts and all of that stuff. If it's too big, it looks unnatural. But the smaller it is, the more you believe it and the more lifelike it looks, and the more
you
weight
got really
something
good,
shows.
Man. You got really good. That looks amazing.
Thank you. I have
How long did that take you?
A couple of hours. But that's a blocking. That wasn't even the hero shot. So I did the blocking, and now I'm on the hero shot, and the hero shot is way harder. And I'm gonna go. I'll give.
Don't show it to us, because it's not good. It's not good radio, because this is just radio. We love you, but people can't see it.
I want to show y'all just to show y'all, but okay.
Okay.
Send it to the
it's
group
really
chat,
impressive,
Donald.
man.
We'll check it out.
Send it to the group chat,
yeah.
Donald, and we will look at it.
How do I do that?
Bill Lawrence was talking about making this Turk's hobby, because Donald is so into it, and Bill loves to pull from our real lives. And I was talking to Bill, and I said, Turk should have a hobby that he's so obsessed with, because Donald is so obsessed with a hobby, and that could be an interesting thing to fold in. And like the obvious doctor thing would be like golf or something. And I said to Bill, we should brainstorm on that. And he's like, I think we should make it stop motion animation, just like Donald's into. So I don't know if that's going to actually happen or not, but that's what he was saying.
That's awesome. It's great storytelling, and it's a way that I could tell stories without having to be as big of without needing as big of a production as it would cost to do like Superman or an actual Star Wars or just an independent film. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, I was saying to my wife, I was like, you know, Zach has hobbies and stuff like that, but his other passion is directing and stuff like that. I was like, I wish I had something like that. She was like, you do. It's stop motion. That's your version of directing. That's your version of, you know, you might not be dealing with egos and you might not be dealing with, you know, as much of the puzzle as Zach is dealing with, but it's the same. It's almost the exact same thing. You're setting up, you're trying to tell the story. And
That's
I was
true.
Like, wow, thanks, babe, for
and also,
saying
you
that.
can do it and you can do it by just walking into your garage and focusing. You know, one thing about being a director, and obviously you can make short films and just shoot something small, but in making the things I've been making, you sit around waiting a lot for things to actually happen, and you have the added benefit that you can just go make shit.
Yeah. That
Wu-Tang forever. Wu-Tang forever.
Forever and ever. I want to ask a question. Because I saw this meme and I thought it was an interesting question. Wu-Tang or Outkast?
For me personally, it's just Outkast, but that's just because I have an obsession with Andre 3000. I think he's amazing. But long live the Wu.
Yeah,
We love
Outkast
Wu.
rules.
They really brought
It's an
Kung
interesting
Fu
kind of
to the black community.
Yeah, because it's like they're different, like, you know, cultural aspects that they both affected, and it's like, you know, the way that like the RZA has like gone on to affect film is like interesting, and like I don't know if I think Outkast has had a specifically music focused impact where it feels like Wu-Tang has had like, I don't know, maybe a wider ranging cultural impact, but maybe that's just my perspective.
No, they got the symbol and everything.
Zach and Donald are gay newlyweds in house arrest.
I thought it was the most interesting question to be asked. It's like, if you're going to compare two groups, why would you compare those two? You know what I mean? And a lot of people said Outkast, which is great. I think Outkast is great. I think Wu-Tang is great. But it was just a weird comparison. It was like, wow, Wu-Tang or Outkast?
Okay.
That's legit.
You know what my vote would be for amongst those two?
Who?
You haven't gone for a while.
Wow.
You
subverting
haven't.
expectation there.
You have
That's
been
what all
gone
the fans.
for a while.
That's what all the fans said. You have
exactly.
been gone for a
Yeah,
while.
that's what they were saying. That's where when they saw this pop up in their podcast feed, they went, "They have been gone for a while."
You haven't gone for a while.
Such wrong infliction.
You have been gone for a while. If you ever try to direct someone that really is choosing the wrong word, it's very tricky because you're not supposed to, as a director, like just say it like this. It's called giving a line reading, and it's frowned upon. So you have to find these like artful ways to be like, hey, it feels like you're sort of underlining have, and maybe don't. Like, what if it feels like you're putting emphasis? Can I hear what it would sound like if you weren't underlining the word have?
Do you know what they wanted me to do? They wanted it to be, you have been gone for a while. They wanted it that way. And so he's like, well, you learned how to make, he's like, you learned how to make coffee? Well, you have been gone for a while.
That's better.
That's the way it was supposed to be.
Well, you have been gone for a while.
You have been gone for a while.
Right. And so was the director when he was talking to you?
For a while.
Do you remember the director saying to you, like, hey, young little Donald, it feels like
they
you might be underlining have?
They were way more interested in following the coffee. We do fucking T-Mobile. You know what it is. Following the coffee to the top of the hand to my face, and then you know what I mean? They were way more interested in that than they were in my line reading.
Could we try one, Donald Jr., where it feels like you're really focused on the word have? And I'm just kind of curious. You know, let's try a bunch, but let's just see one where you don't really, really emphasize the word have so much.
Okay, got it. You ready?
Yeah.
You have been gone for a while.
Let's go back to the way you did it.
You have been gone for a while.
I always do this dance with actors where you're like, especially because I'm an actor, I just want to, of course, you just want to be like, just say it like this. But you're not supposed to do that. It's like not, people don't like it. So you have to do this whole dance. And then a lot of actors, including myself, will be like, dude, just tell me how you want me to say it. And then I go, oh, okay, like this.
That's how I say it now. What do you want me to say, man?
Just say how you want me to say it. Just say how you want me to say it.
Just what do you want me to say?
Yeah, I was telling and then we've spoken on the show about Bill's techniques, how he's like, his two specialties are, at the table read, you did it like this, and then he'll make up the way he wants it. And the person never did it like that at the table read.
Bill, brilliant. Brilliant.
But Bill will be like, you were so funny when you did it like this at the table read. And the person's ego is like, oh, I did that.
That is how I did it.
That's better.
That was how
my
I did
first instinct was better. And then meanwhile, the person never did it like that. And then the other thing he does is he just feels like he can get around. And if he says nonsense, so he'll be like, can you be like, da, 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 da. And they'll be like, oh, okay. Like he feels like it's not a line reading if he just made gibberish noises.
Mm-hmm. I love directors that are, but I'm not going to lie. I like directors that are like that though. I like directors that'll be like, the timing is da 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 da, and then you say ba da ba da ba, and then she says ba da 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 da.
Yeah, but some people are, but you're different. Some people are precious about like, don't tell me how to say it.
I get it. Some people don't understand that they're part of the story, not the story. I get that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and also sometimes the director's wrong. Sometimes you just want to hear it. Like, oh, I heard it in my head like this. Can you just do it like that once so I can hear it? And then they might do it and go, oh, you know what? I'm wrong. Keep doing it the way you're doing it. I had to hear it. I had a really good time directing this new Steve Carell show that's going to be on HBO. It doesn't have a title yet. I think I know what the title is, but they haven't announced it yet. And you guys are going to love it, audience. It is a Bill Lawrence jam. It's imagine the skill of Bill Lawrence combined with the genius of Steve Carell.
Ooh, cooking.
It is a bop. It's so good.
We're gonna be crying. Oh my God.
You are going to be laughing and crying, and Carell is just the nicest person. I'm here to report that if you're a fan of Steve Carell, he is a gem. He's such a sweet man. We had just a blast working together. I love him.
That motherfucker goes hard in the paint.
He do.
Yeah, he does.
He's just
Straight
so good,
up.
and he's just so kind, and he's just, it's funny. He's one of these people like De Niro in a sense that I had an experience with, where between action and cut, he is the person you all know and love, and is so big and crazy and funny, and in De Niro's case, incredible acting. And then they call cut, and the person's like quiet, and they go kind of like just sit down in their chair, and you're like, oh my God, I had that experience with both of those two people. I was like, wow, when they're not doing their thing, they're kind of like quiet. And Carell is kind of like that. He's the nicest person you'll ever meet, but he's not like Steve Carell he's not like, doing like Donald, going into the audience at the sitcom taping and singing Belle Biv DeVoe.
Them days is over, man. I'm not doing that no more.
Really?
I'm not doing that ever again.
You're not going to be entertaining the entire crew.
People are going to start
Scrubs?
seeing the more serious side of Donald Faison. I'm speaking myself, and I'm going to talk about myself in the third person. People are going to start seeing a more serious side of Donald Faison. I don't know if you know this, but we're rebooting Scrubs, guys.
Yes, we are.
We've rebooted Scrubs, and
So we're rebooting Scrubs, and now we're 48. We're not spring chickens anymore.
Yeah,
but we're still silly people, Donald. You and I.
Absolutely on camera, but when they say cut, you and I are now going to be really serious. Okay, we're going to take.
I don't think that's not my vibe. I love and respect it, but for me, when I'm being funny, I kind of got to stay in like funny, silly, high energy vibe. I'm not the guy who goes back to his chair and opens like a book.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to start doing that. Yeah,
no, you're not.
I'm gonna.
You're gonna be trying to make the whole crew laugh like you do in the T-Mobile commercials.
Nope,
I'm like, meanwhile, we're doing the T-Mobile commercials, and I'm like, dude, save some of your energy. It's a hot ass day. We did this last one, and it must have been 110 degrees, and this dude's sweating his ass off, and still trying to entertain and make the whole crew laugh. And I'm like, bro, save your energy. You're sweating your balls off right now, and like calm down.
Listen.
Remember?
I am changing
as of now?
way. That way is old. This is This is a freaking podcast, Faison, is what you're watching right now.
I see.
That's
You honor me.
What you're listening to is podcast, Faison. When I turn my computer off, I'm going to get quiet.
I can't picture it. I never seen you quiet in front of. We had to do this one T-Mobile commercial where we were in front of like it was meant to be like an Oscar spoof, and we were in front of like 200 people, and they were gonna in post make it look like thousands of people. But I was like, Donald, you got to hold it together. These are 200 strangers. You need to and it's so hard for him. He's got a mic in his hand. And I know he wants to like start making them laugh and singing and like doing stand up. And I'm like, bro.
The mic was on too.
Yeah. And I was like, bro.
And it was on.
Let's have a little chat. You got to hold it together. You got to not. We don't have Daniel here to say, cut that Daniel.
Yo, I learned that the hard way, bro. Oh my gosh. That cut that Daniel button is one of the best buttons.
What are you going to do in your life without cut that Daniel?
Oh my gosh. That cut that Daniel button is the best button ever in the history of buttons.
I know. Don't
Absolutely
you wish
essential
that
to
in
the
real life
success of the
sometimes?
pod.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Don't
gosh.
you wish that in real life sometimes you had a cut that Daniel button?
Yes, I do. Yes. Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
When you like say something so cringe and embarrassing and you're like, oh no, cut that Daniel.
And at this moment, we're going to play all of the things that Daniel cut. Go ahead, Daniel. Play
No.
No, just kidding. Just kidding.
No. Come back.
No.
A 12
But
hour long episode.
God, no.
Daniel never managed to cut this.
Everybody likes a little ass play. Don't even act like you know. Whether it be taking a poop, whether it be a finger, whether it be a tongue, whether it, everybody likes a little ass play.
Yeah. And he also allowed this on the air.
Eat these balls, Zach. Eat these balls, Zach.
Do you like how I'm artfully weaving in all the sound effects to the show?
It's beautiful.
I do.
Yeah.
You're trying to
You're
get
gonna
it all
miss
in
the
there.
sound effects machine.
You know what
but
you're missing now. Fuck your sound effects machine. Fuck your sound effects machine. I don't think you have it anymore.
What? I got them all. Actually, my
What
New
you
York.
trying to get
Oh, I got that,
into?
baby. Here you go. My New York one has a few that I don't have here. I forgot which one it has, but we do have this.
What you trying to get into one day soon? What you trying to do?
It's embarrassing how much I sing that to myself in my own house.
Tell them the new song.
Which
New
one?
song?
The one that what you're trying to get into.
The
Oh, yeah,
things you're
drum roll.
trying to get into a day
no.
soon. Oh,
The
I
one that
don't
you
even know what it is a day, yo. I don't even know what it is. I don't even know what it is. That's a new verse.
What is
You guys,
the
I
origin?
would literally.
What did you not know? Wait a minute.
No, because it's extenuating the song. So the song is like, what are you trying to get into?
don't even
Like, because
know.
Donald used to say that.
It's like, because I don't even know what it is. A day,
Did this
yo.
come about
I
because
don't
you were
even
singing
know
it?
what it is.
Because
Did
Donald
this
used
come
to be
about
like,
because you were singing
you
it
know,
so much?
Yes, because Donald used to say the origin of what you're trying to get into was Donald told me that's how that was like cool guy slang for like, what are you gonna do tonight? What you trying to get into? And I was like, oh, I'm gonna use that. What you trying to get into? And then it became what you trying to get into a day soon, what you trying to do. And then now I find myself walking around the house like trying to extend the song, and I'm like, I don't even know what it is a day, yo. I don't even know what it is. My dog is just sitting there watching me as I'm like building out this whole song.
Amazing.
It's embarrassing if you knew how much I sing about a Deashun in my house.
I love it.
To my
warms
dog, I
heart.
serenade her with the Deashun songs.
These things make me so happy. These
Yeah,
are the
well,
things that
we
make
spend
me
a lot of time alone, my dog and I, so I sing about you.
happy. Right on. So, what are you trying to say? You're lonely?
No, I'm not lonesome. I'm very happy. I must say I'm very happy. I feel very, very blessed and lucky, and I can't complain about anything.
Yeah, I
You've
know.
been working
right?
a lot
Things are-
lately, Zach. A lot of.
I've been working a lot, and I think there's something in hitting 50 where you're like, you know what? I'm going to take stock. I feel very grateful. I have my health. I love the work that I get to do. I have good friends. I don't have a wife and a child, which Maybe will happen, maybe won't. But I stop myself from complaining about anything because I realize how lucky and grateful I am. That's another sincere moment for you. Do you want me to break it up with this?
Zach and Donald are gay newlyweds in house arrest.
We should make that movie. I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna stop motion.
By the way, that was a guy's
We're about
pitch
to be
for
gay newlyweds.
that guy is so good, and you know that if you recall, he was pitching what our new show should be.
No, yeah, I remember.
And so,
house arrest.
Oh, here's another gem for you.
Dr. Acula. He's Dr. Acula.
My pitch for the show was that when we were thinking about doing a movie was that we finally somehow JD comes into money, like a patient that that loved him leaves him her fortune or something, and that he finally has this chunk of money to make the real Dr. Acula movie that he's always dreamed of making.
Maybe you get to see that this year on Scrubs.
Well, maybe it could be a fantasy or something, but I was pitching it like when we were going to do a movie as like the main storyline for like us all getting back together as JD came into like, this money and he gets everyone to be like, hey guys, one of my life dreams was to make the Dr. Acula movie. Would you all be in it? And so that was my pitch. I would love to do a stop motion fantasy sequence. I've already pitched that to the writers.
Yes.
Donald, I was asking Donald, I said, how long would it take? Like, like a 15-second or so fantasy. And he was saying, prose, how long would it take, Donald?
It depends on the quality of the animation. If you want really good quality.
Well, like your shorts that you were doing with that you were
Stupid Buddy with Robot Chicken?
No, the ones you did your own, your shorts you did.
That'll take a 15-minute second one?
No, 15 seconds.
15 second? Depends on what it is, but if it's really elaborate, it's going to take some time. If it's really simple, it could take a few hours. It depends.
But like a week maybe, right? For 15 seconds.
For 15 seconds, one animator, it'll take way more than that. It'd probably
no, I'm saying, what if you had like 4 animators?
Yeah, about a week. Yeah.
I'm trying to like talk. I'm trying to sell it to the team. Like one time we should do a stop motion fantasy since we have the puppets and so let's say it's a week.
Listen, I have the guy, I got the peeps that could do it. I got the
when we get a little further along, I'm going to have you. I'll probably have you put Randall, our producer, in touch with them because I would love to have it like something they actually do, and then they're going to be like, yeah, but how much is it going to cost? And what's it? Then they're going to have all these naysayers. And so if we have it locked and loaded, ready to be like, no, it's only going to be a week and it's going to be this much money, then maybe they'll go for it. Can you mention your penis so I can hit the Deb Willies button and say something about your penis?
It's brown.
Oh, for fuck's sake, just stop talking about your willies.
There it is.
God.
All you had to say about your penis was that it was brown?
It's brown.
Well, I'm telling you, this is the new serious Donald Faison.
Oh, great. That's going to be great for the new show.
This is not I am a serious
because I mentioned that
now.
Carell and De Niro, when they're not shooting,
two of the greatest
are more reserved. They are two of the best living performers in drama and comedy.
So I'm saying if it
That's
works for them, maybe I need to try it.
Do you think your buddy Harrison Ford is going to win his first Emmy for Shrinking?
I
That's
really
the
hope
question.
he does.
Joelle, what are his odds? I'll give you a drum roll.
If
Tough
I
out
was
there.
the
Very
voting,
competitive.
he would win. But let me see. What are the actual odds?
It's very competitive this year. There's got so many. There's the studio is very popular. What's the Ben Stiller one? Severance, very popular.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
All right, Daniel, go ahead.
All right, cool. So you got Ike Barinholtz for the studio.
Very funny. Very funny.
Coleman Domingo for the Four Seasons.
I know who he is, but never seen it.
Harrison Ford for Shrinking.
Very good.
Love him.
Jeff Hiller for Somebody Somewhere.
Never seen it.
Eben Moss Backrack for The Bear.
He's very good. Very good actor.
Love him.
Mm-hmm.
Never watched the show.
Michael Urie for Shrinking.
Hilarious.
Love him.
And Bowen Yang for Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
Love him.
I'm going to say, and I'm not biased, it's between Michael Urie and Harrison Ford.
Wow.
Not biased at all. I would love to see
Not
either of
biased
them.
at
They
all.
both put in really great work.
Um,
deserves.
they're all great. That's quite a lineup. They're all fucking incredible. Ike Barinholtz is very, very funny in the studio. Yes, Donald.
How many of these shows are coming back next year? All of them?
I think the one with the somebody somewhere is over. No, or am I wrong?
I would say this.
Go ahead.
If they're all coming back,
Go ahead.
I would give Harrison Ford the award and let these guys go at it again next year.
Okay.
Harrison Ford being nominated for things is rare and few.
I voted.
Right on. He's been nominated for a few Oscars. He's been nominated for a few Golden Globes. This is his first Emmy nom. I'm going to give it to Harrison Ford. That's just me.
Yeah. All right,
So
Gail.
That's just me. No disrespect to all of the other actors. They're all great. But
Somebody Somewhere's third season was this year, and the series has concluded.
I knew it.
The writers have said that they are potentially interested in revisiting the characters in a movie, but it was only 3 seasons, and now it's out.
Okay.
Not canceled, just the season's show's
as
over.
long as health is on his side, I feel like Coleman Domingo will get another shot at an Emmy.
Yeah.
I don't know how many Harrison Ford is going to get a shot at.
Okay.
Right. Well, these
That's
are all
real talk.
factors. The
He's-
voting.
He's never been nominated, and this is his one. You know what I mean? This is the one. You got to either
He's
give it
also
to him
like-
now.
He's also just like, I mean, again, I know I'm biased, but he's just so good and fucking hilarious on the show. It's been so fun watching him lean into comedy. And where do you see? That's another thing I directed in March, I believe, was episodes 3 and 4 of the new season, and it's so good, you guys. It's so fucking good, and he's so incredible.
He's always been incredible, though. That's my point, and that's why he has to win the Emmy.
All right, Donald has spoken. Daniel, how
That's
does
like
that
if Denzel Washington were to do a television show and get nominated for the Emmy, and you'd be like, "We're gonna give it to."
No, you can't
Get outta
just
here,
go.
man.
You can't just go. Oh, you're the most famous, most popular. I mean, ideally, you take other things into account. But I do think that
Absolutely.
Harrison Ford's work speaks to greatness.
That's what
I
I'm
think
trying to
that
say right now.
He is so enjoying this chapter of his career where he is getting to be funny, and I think it shows. I think it shows on screen.
And that's why they should celebrate him. You
Yeah,
understand?
but all
That's
those
why we
people
should
are so
celebrate
talented.
him.
That's a very tough category.
Yeah, it is very tough. And may the
I
best
think that-
person win.
I think that, I think Adolescence is going to win all the things it's nominated for. For those of you who watched
It's a
Adolescence.
really riveting show.
All right. As we begin to conclude, Joelle, do you have any parting thoughts? Are you going to miss us? What are you going to miss most about our weekly chats?
Oh my gosh, I already miss you guys. You were like a weekly stay, and then suddenly we were just dark. It's a strange transitional period. This was the first show I ever EP'd, so
You did a fantastic job.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Donald,
Well
let's-
done.
Joelle, in all seriousness, before you continue, I just want to take this moment on behalf of Donald and I to say we never, ever could have done this without you. You are such an important part of the show. You are so interesting and talented and funny. And we instantly wanted you to be a part of the show because we just were like, this woman is far too charming and interesting to have her just sit there. And from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for what you created.
Thank you very
man.
much.
Thank you guys. I appreciate coming along for the ride. I had a great time. And to our fans and listeners over the year, like I really encourage you to go back and listen to like some of those early interviews. Richard Kind. I listen to the Richard Kind interview every so often if I need a pickup. Hilarious. The Scott Foley interview, also sensational, so silly. Like I really, I think if the show did anything really cool, it was like getting a chance to sort of live in these old memories with these really great actors who have these long span. Like if you're a TV watcher like I am, you're like, oh, all these names, they pop up all the time. And so getting to spend some time like intimately with you guys and those performers and learning all these backstories, like it was a dream. So I hope people continue to listen. And, you know, if you guys want to recap your new show, call us. I'm here. I'll just be at iHeart.
Well, again, we never know what will come. You know, I don't know if it's recap or we get inspired to do something else, but I do think it's good that we end on a high note and while we still love it, as opposed to getting to a point where it feels like, you know, it's not as fun anymore.
100%.
Daniel, what are your parting thoughts?
Our great editor.
Oh, I mean, this has just been such a blast. It was an awesome opportunity to get to know the two of you better and to be, you know, welcomed into your world a little bit. It has reignited my love for Scrubs. And just as a, I don't know. I mean, like it's been such an interesting journey and all the things that have come with it. I mean, you know, as a huge fan of competition television, the fact that the four of us plus Bill got to go on Family Feud and win was like a lifelong dream achieved. So
epic.
Like, you know,
If for nothing else,
thank
Daniel,
you guys for that.
If for nothing else, we got to go on Family Feud.
Yes.
And win that.
And Daniel,
shit,
you were the
And
one
win.
that got the Steve Harvey look away shocked face. I was trying so hard for it.
I got it too, though. Accidentally.
You did.
Alligator.
Oh, alligator, yeah.
An all-time moment.
But let's talk about this right now.
Okay.
Alligators. We've seen the memes now.
Yeah.
I made alligators famous. Look, I made you alligators. I made you alligators.
No one was paying any attention to the pictures of alligators climbing fences until Donald spoke up.
That's true.
Yep.
They thought it was a one-off until they realized.
We want to thank you too. You're incredible, man. Not only we just thought you were the engineer and the mixer, and then you've been so incredible on the show and so interesting, and people love hearing you share. And again, we never thought that you'd be such a major part of the show, but thank you so much for all that you contributed. You're just I'm gonna miss you guys. I'm gonna miss seeing you every single day.
Guys.
I find myself in the shower going, oh my God, I'm washing my underarms, being like, oh, that'd be a funny story to tell on the podcast. It's like ingrained in my blood, saving funny stories to talk about with you each week.
Hey,
It's been a
Daniel,
real
will you do
pleasure.
me a favor real quick?
Sure.
Drop one of them verses.
From you?
Yeah.
Great. Plopped in right here.
The best
There it
one.
is. JD was like, can I freaky freak with Molly? To Elliot, who was hard pressed, but probably when I think of it, knew he had no chance in hell. So she sent him on a quest. Feel me, watch, he fails. This episode was directed by Z Bizzle. After Garden State came out, so he was starting to sizzle. And Dollar Bill was like, I don't want the boy to fizzle. I'll let him direct. Peep the scenario-izzle. Backlot, crazy shots, improvise what you got. Treed by a coyote, that's kinda hot. Top pinata, chocolate, Soldier Face, Dr. Cox, Molly Shannon, Molly Clock, Zip Line, Tushy Side. All well received by the populace, cause like Prime ZB was an optimist. I rock it like a Lajuan, serving MCs like a restaurant. You could just call it Faisons. That's the recap, but it wouldn't be complete without shouting out DJ Daniel and Joel Monique. Yeah, the best one.
Remember back
Got
in
you.
the day when Donald would write raps.
And I know why you guys did that. That was so y'all were making sure that I was actually watching the show.
I mean, that was a bonus, but
these motherfuckers don't think I'm watching this shit.
no, Donald, they hit
Well,
though. There was a fun
they
segment.
hit.
I'm like, you're gonna.
They were
That was a
really
really
rap.
good segment.
They were
I
really
think
good.
That
It
was a
was-
really
it was
good
dope.
segment.
That shit was pressure.
Do you think you're going to read the
I'm
new
sure.
scripts?
Absolutely.
It's funny because I saw an early draft of the pilot, which is so fucking good, and Donald has a huge monologue, and I was like, "Row," and I was like, Donald, we're like 8 weeks out. I was like, you might want to take an early gander, and then Bill did a whole big pass of the thing, and I was like, let me quickly just flip and see if Donald's monologue is still there, and I was like, Ruh-roh.
So here's the thing.
So you got to read the scripts, my point.
In doing this podcast,
Go ahead.
I realized how I wasn't present, regardless of how I feel about the work and how it came out and stuff like that. The first run of Scrubs, for the most part, I wasn't really present. I was very, I don't think a lot, I think we were very young. I think we were very, I was very immature, and I smoked a lot of weed. Well, I still do, but I smoked quite a bit and still was trying to work and do it. And so because of that, I missed out on a lot, like learning my lines or reading scripts, or, I was having fun at a club. I intend to lock in on this. You know what I mean? These past 5 years have been really eye-opening on what can change in your life when you focus a little bit different, when you focus in just a little bit more. And so I intend to lock in on this. I'm very excited. This is a chance to, in a lot of ways, stretch my abilities as an actor and learn more as an actor. I have 9 episodes with my best friend too. I have 9 episodes with my best friend to try and tell a story, and I intend on doing that, and I'm really excited about it.
That's awesome, and I'm glad to hear that. And yeah, we are so lucky to have this opportunity, and I think we should fucking bring it.
Yeah,
this is to the audience. We're going to do that. We're still figuring out what the show is, and obviously it's going to have the same tone and silliness you love. But please, I imagine if you're listening to this, you're probably going to be curious to check it out. Please check it out. Coming soon to ABC, a network show. My God.
Wow.
It's a network show, Donald. It's a lot of
If you got rabbit ears, you got ABC.
Yeah, all you need is rabbit ears.
True.
The antennas,
People listening probably don't even know what rabbit ears are. Nope. We're too old.
It even took me a second to be like, what are they talking
Rabbit
about?
ears was the nickname for just an antenna. Mm-hmm. You don't need... So kids listening, you could literally just put up an antenna and plug it into a TV, and you will get ABC.
Back in the day.
To this day.
Can you still do that?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, really?
They look
I thought
different.
they ended like... Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah,
right,
no,
right,
they
right,
look
They don't
different.
look like rabbit ears anymore, but you can get the networks from the air.
No, that's awesome.
Well, I don't know what else to say. I love you guys.
I love you too.
Love you, dog.
I love you guys.
Love
It's been so much fun.
This has been so much fun. We've spent 5 years doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Think of the things we've gone through, the things in our life we've gone through, the ups and downs.
Dude, we went through COVID, man.
I hope people like what we did. I don't know, I'm kind
I
of
think they loved it.
It's not nothing. It's never goodbye forever. You know what I mean? Nothing ever really dies. In the words of Luke Skywalker, nothing ever really dies.
I think it's important for you to end this podcast with a Star Wars quote. Oh, let me find this one.
Do it. I was about to say.
Or do not. There is no try.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8.
No, not just yet. Not just yet.
That would have been it. That was it, dude.
I wanted to say our parting message for y'all. Some of you need to hear this, and it's from Yoda.
Do or do not. There is no try.
5, 6,
Here's
7,
some
8.
stories about a show we